Just inside his apartment's front door, Mirko dropped his suitcase on the floor and sighed. He took a moment to bask in the blissful silence and stretch the knots out of his back. Work had been grueling, and he was looking forward to running a hot bath and reheating the previous night's leftovers. Mirko crossed the room to the sideboard and pressed the flashing button on his answering machine. He untied his shoes and kicked them off as he listened to the mechanical female voice.
You have 99 new messages.
Mirko hesitated, 1 foot raised, ready to pull off his sock. 99? That can't be right.
First new message, received today, at 8:46 a.m.
He'd left for work at 8:45 on the dot. He must have just barely missed the call. There were several seconds of silence. Then a voice, oddly crackly, said, "Hello, Mirko. I'm going to start counting now. Are you ready?" Both socks off, Mirko gave the answering machine his full attention. The voice was silent for nearly half a minute. Then it said calmly and precisely, 99. The message bank beeped, and the mechanical voice returned.
Next new message, received today, at 8:49 a.m.
Again, after a second of silence, the unfamiliar voice said, 98. Mirko rubbed his thumbs into the corners of his eyes. Is this some kind of joke? He didn't recognize the voice. It had no discernible accent, but spoke in an odd monotone, lacking both inflection and emotion. He couldn't tell if it belonged to a man or a woman. Crackles as though the voice was speaking through a walkie-talkie accompanied it.
Next new message, received today, at 8:52 a.m.
97. It's not seriously counting down from 100, is it? Mirko glanced at the number flashing on the side of his machine. 96 new messages. How long would it have taken someone to record all of these? He mashed his thumb into the button on the side of the machine, deleting the messages before they played. He watched the number of unheard messages drop from the 90s down to 50, then 20, then 10. Once he'd reached the third last message, he released the button to let it play.
Next new message, received today, at 12:18 p.m.
You forgot to lock your door this morning, Mirko. 3. Mirko slowly turned towards the rear of his house. The hairs on the backs of his arms rose.
Next new message, received today, at 12:21 p.m.
Mirko, have you found a weapon yet? 2. This is a joke. A sick, strange joke. Mirko turned back to the answering machine, where the number 1 flashed on the screen.
Next new message, received today, at 12:25 p.m.
Are you ready, Mirko? 1. A long, loud beep followed, as the phone marked all messages listened to. Mirko turned slowly, swallowing the dry taste in his mouth. For a moment, his apartment was filled with complete, perfect silence. Then there was a quiet click as someone fastened the lock on his front door.